Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Dave here. Glad to be back with you. I know it's been a while since I posted a new video. We've been very busy releasing Renko Kings Platinum version 2.8. Very excited to have that upgrade and the new version fully functional and out for everybody. Thank you for everybody's patience. You guys have been great. I've got everybody upgraded, and wow, what a process this was. Much more involved than I expected. As you guys know, when we did the first release, we did a beta test with a handful of guys, and we ran into a few problems. We had to go back and fix that. And we ran into a few snags, and we had to figure out exactly the best way to fix those issues and come up with a new installer. So that's what we did, and then re-released it to those same students. Everybody gave us a thumbs up. So then we released it to another handful, and then we released it in four groups, so I could work with everybody. And there's still probably a couple handfuls of you I haven't heard from. If you are not aware, I did send everybody an email with the new files and the new installs. And boy, I've gotten great responses from everybody. We did not charge for the upgrade. Like I've said from the beginning, if we come up with new features, we're going to just add it to the software, and that's what we did. So, but this was a big undertaking. So I had no idea how much work this was going to be. So I had to suspend making videos, because that's very time consuming, guys. I don't think you realize how time consuming it is to make videos, have them edited, and post them and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that goes into that. So anyway, Renko Kings Platinum version 2.8 is out now, and it's working great. And you guys have been giving me really good emails and feedback about it. Everybody seems to love it, and I'm real happy with it. So right now we're just it's Monday. We're looking at the NQ, and guys, when I'm talking about a video, sometimes you guys say, "Well, I don't know what day you're talking about." It's right up here in the video in the upper left hand corner. Okay, so it has the date, and I also put it in the comments of the YouTube section. I'll put, right in the very beginning, I'll put the day, the date, the instrument, what kind of setup did we do? Was it double bottom, or was it a stair stepping or a breakout? Was it a loss or a win or a break even? Whatever it was, I try and put all that stuff in there. So again, the YouTube channel is a training channel for you guys to learn how to use the tools and apply the tools in your everyday trading. That's the purpose of the YouTube. So if there's a particular setup you're trying to learn, I put that information in there so you can go through the videos. If you're just trying to find, just stair stepping or just breakout or just double tops, you can go through the videos and you can look at the comments and say, oh, okay, here's a breakout trade, or here's a double top trade. That's what I'm trying to learn. So that's the purpose of me putting that information in there for you. Okay. So yeah, so let's it's about
NQ trade alert.
just a little bit before the open. Obviously things have been really crazy. I want to let things shake out a little bit, and we've got a couple minutes before the open, so we're just gonna wait and wait for the open here. Get a chance to see what's going on. We've got this low down here in the new tools. You go to your drawing tools and you'll see down here that's new Renko Kings long breakout and Renko Kings short breakout. So I'm going to go ahead and select the short breakout, and I'm going to put that right down here. And I'm going to wait to see if we have a definitive long breakout area that I want to identify. Okay, so the market's open now. You can see it's definitely kind of a mess in here, right? Anytime we see some long signals along with short signals back to long signals, you know that you're in consolidation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark this as a long breakout up here. Hit F5. Hit F5 will is the same as reloading your Ninja script, okay? And what that will do is that will go ahead and remove all of the entry signals for you and allow you to just go ahead and focus on just the breakout trade itself. I mean, does this look like something we really want to trade right now, guys? I mean, remember the transition video that I sent you, okay? I mean, you know, remember, Renko Kings is a trending based software package, okay? Look at the transitions here, okay? We're above the trend line, then we're below the trend line, then we're above the trend line, then we just broke right back through the trend line. You know, this is a mess. This is all over the place. We're looking for markets that are consistently trending in an area that we can get in on and catch a small piece of that trend. We don't need to eat the whole pie. We just need to eat a small piece of the pie for the day to be successful. This is just, you know, what it's doing right now is just a mess. And that's why I said let's just let this open up and settle out for a little bit and see it doing something for us that makes sense. We're trying to build a case right now. I mean, look at your stair stepping, okay? I mean, look at your stair stepping. You see lots of 1s and 2s and some 3s, but I don't see any 4s yet, okay? You know, when you start getting into 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, and 8s, you know that you have an extended trend going on, and that's when you know you have a nice trend going on, and that's when you should be taking trades. So basically, anything below this green line that I identified and anything above this red line I identified is just the mess zone. Okay, this is just a mess. It's acting erratic. We're waiting for it to either break down below this red line or we're waiting for it to break out above the green line. Okay, and this breakout setup is built into the logic of the software. Okay, so this has disabled all entry signals for the software right now, and what you'll see is once we get a valid breakout below the red line or above the green line, then the software will start printing if it gets valid entry signals again. So where this helps is if you're not good with consolidation and you're not good seeing that this is a mess and this is just moving sideways, Okay. Is the market going anywhere? No. It's just moving sideways. Okay? It's a mess. It's just inconsistent, back and forth, consolidation, sideways movement. Okay? And we do not want to trade in that. If you trade in this mess, you're just going to keep getting stopped out, okay? And you're going to lose a lot of money and you're going to get frustrated, okay? So you have to identify the areas where you don't want to trade and identify the areas when you do want to trade, okay? And that's the purpose of the breakout trade. All right? The breakout trade is going to help you identify those areas, okay? By picking highs and lows that jump out at you, okay? Now, look, I understand that, maybe I could have chosen this low breakout line somewhere up here, okay, because I have a lot of support lines lining up here, don't I? Okay. But then it becomes, okay, which one do I choose? Do I choose this one? 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 They're all a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Okay, so if I choose this one, well, then I have this one down here. And if I choose this one, I have this one down here. So I'm just trying to look at the overnight and looking for a definitive move of one direction or the other. Okay, and what I can tell you is whether I put this line in the wrong spot and it should have been here or it should have been here, I can tell you that none of this is a definitive move. That I can tell you for sure. Okay, we definitely keep building more and more support down in this area though. Do you notice that? It looks like there's more of a propensity to go up than there is down because we keep getting more and more of these support lines drawing in these areas down here. And you even have this beautiful double bottom here. Just an observation. Things you want to pay attention to. Might be getting the break. Alright, that's it's not full 10 points, so it's only 7 ticks. I need at least 10 ticks to be considered a bona fide breakout. So I have an offset in the software that you can set for yourself, and you can choose to use that offset as you like. I don't want a false breakout, and to me that's just not a definitive breakout. I don't like that. So I am using a 10 tick offset right now, which means you need at least 10 ticks. It has to break out a minimal of 10 ticks for the software to acknowledge it as a breakout. Okay, so in this situation, if this was 10 ticks, it's not, it's only 7. If it came back down and it met the criteria for a breakout, we would have gotten a signal here, but we did not. So but what is very interesting here is look at the stair stepping we now have. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have our first 4, I believe, and now we have definitely valid breakout right here. So I'd love to see this come down, retest this zone right here in the breakout zone. If we could catch a valid signal and then take off again, that would be ideal. This is getting to be a little bit long here, longer than I like to see. I would like this to be shorter. This is an awful long run here for us not to get a retracement. This was probably our entry right here, but we just got a few ticks above it. This was probably our entry. And I don't like
NQ trade alert.
87.11.
NQ buy signal 4.
All right, I'm going to do a modified entry.
Order submitted.
Just because I don't like this long run here. So the modified entry is explained.
Order filled.
Modified
NQ
entry
trade alert.
is explained in the purchase package. Comes with all of the
NQ trade alert.
startup videos, and it allows you to reduce your risk. So I've got
NQ trade alert.
13 ticks of risk instead of 26 ticks of risk.
NQ buy signal 4.
Alright, was not able to get the first target.
Stop filled.
NQ trade alert.
Okay.
NQ buy signal 3.
Okay, so what do we do now? Okay, we got stopped out. What do we do? Well, I can tell you what I don't do. I don't just jump in, okay? I need some sort of validation for me just to go ahead and jump in. I'm not just going to go ahead and take the next signal that comes to me, okay? Now, so let's go back and look at, all right, let's get our bearings and readjust here, okay? We have all this support here, okay? We broke out, okay? This was probably our entry would have been right here, okay? And this probably, this would have been a great trade. Normally, you get 12 to 26 ticks on a breakout signal, okay? We only got 7 ticks here, so that just didn't work out. We've got stair stepping in place. We've got a breakout. We're up to number 5 here. No, I'm not just going to go ahead and take the signal, and you might be asking yourself, well, why not? Well, this pulled back farther than my entry, right? So I got stopped out. Well, what's to say that this didn't come up,
NQ trade alert.
come back down here and stop this entry back, and then come back further and stop the next entry.
NQ
okay?
trade alert.
So what I'm looking for is I want to work off of this support line right here and get a double bottom. Okay, I want a double bottom.
NQ trade alert.
This signal is up too high for me. I want a double bottom where this body is inside the body of this
NQ trade alert.
of this entry candle right here. Okay, and that's a Renko Kings double bottom. All right, so I need something to retrace something down in this area here. It doesn't have to be tick for tick, okay, but this body needs to be within this body right here to give me a Renko Kings double bottom, and that's what I'm looking for. If I can get that, I'm working off of this support area right here, and I will take that signal. Okay, so we're definitely inside of this body right now. If I get a valid signal, then I'll go ahead and I'll take it. Yeah, no signal came, guys. I know a lot of you guys would just go ahead and take that. I look at your charts all the time. You guys send me charts. Look, no signal, no entry for me. I mean, you spend a lot of money on the software. Why not use it? Okay, I didn't get an entry. Okay, there's no entry signal here, so I'm not going to take it. Okay, I need an entry signal.
NQ Buy signal 3.
Order submitted.
A little slow on that. I might have missed it. Yep, I missed it. Okay. That's what I wanted and I missed it. So
Order canceled.
I'm working off of this support back here, okay? And I was too slow, I missed it.
NQ trade alert. NQ trade alert.
Order submitted.
Gotta be careful because I don't know that I'm gonna get a signal here.
Order filled.
Crap, no signal.
Target filled.
Okay. Alright, that's
NQ trade alert.
that's an error. I gotta log that as an error.
NQ. Buy signal 2.
Alright, so we did get an entry signal here. I got my first target at plus 26.
Target filled. Target filled.
Nice, okay. Nice. Okay, plus 26, plus 52, plus 100. It's 178.
NQ trade alert.
Okay, and we have minus 39 earlier from an earlier stop out. Okay, so we have plus 178 minus
NQ trade alert.
minus 39 is 139
NQ trade alert.
times $5 a tick. The NQ is worth $5 a tick. For the futures guys, I'm sorry, for the
NQ trade alert.
Forex guys that are out there, or if you don't trade
NQ. Buy signal 4.
the NQ. Okay, $695. Nice day. Nice. Okay, so let's review. Okay. I want to explain. Take a minute here and let's just catch our breath and explain what happened, and because this happens a lot, right? You get a mindset, right? You get a mindset, you get stuck into a certain way of thinking, all right?
NQ trade alert.
And then things don't go to plan, right? And then you can get totally thrown off, all right?
NQ trade alert.
And that's why my trading plan might be different than yours, okay? So you saw that
NQ. Buy signal 3.
you saw that I got stopped out, okay? If I got stopped out here, then I would be done, okay? Because at that point I'm saying, okay, I'm on tilt. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not looking at things properly. I'm only going to take 2 stop outs for the day, and I'm going to fold up my tents and go home and live for another day, okay? Your trading plan might be different, okay? But we started out our day by scrunching up our charts, okay? That's step 1, okay? Guys, write this down. If you're not doing this, write this down, because this is what I get all the time, okay? Somebody will send me a chart that looks like this, and they'll be like, yeah, I entered here and I got stopped out, over here or something. What's wrong? What did I do wrong? And when I go back and I look at the time and figure it out,
NQ trade alert.
this is what I do, okay? And step 1 is I scrunch up my charts. And you see that I always start with my charts scrunched up until I'm ready to make a trade, okay? If you had your charts scrunched up, you would have seen that you were in consolidation. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get lucky.
NQ trade alert.
That you can't get lucky.
NQ, buy signal 3.
And catch a good trade, a bad trade in consolidation. Okay, by getting lucky. But I don't want to get lucky. Okay, I'd rather make a good trade and get stopped out than make a bad trade and get lucky. And I want you to think about that, okay? And if you have to write that down and mull that over for a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, it might take you some time. The first time I heard that, it took me a while to understand that statement, okay? So we want to start with our chart scrunched up, okay? We identified that we were in consolidation, we were moving sideways. So I identified the high areas that I felt, okay, for me to know that we're definitely going up, I want to identify these high areas. So we drew our breakout trade, our Renko Kings breakout, okay? And if we're going to continue lower, then I drew my Renko Kings low breakout, okay? And anything that happens in between these two lines is garbage. And we shut off all of the signals so you're not tempted to take any trades. And you won't get any signals until you break above the green or below the red. Okay? Now, did you notice what happened? Okay? Ask yourself, were you tempted to take any trades inside this big mess here? Okay, what does this mess look like here versus from this breakout and above? Do you see, I made comments earlier while we were back sitting in here waiting for all of this to shake out. And we finally got above, we finally had the breakout, and I had said somewhere back in here, Renko Kings fundamentally is a trending based system. We're looking for the market to be trending. And then we want to go ahead and grab a small piece of that pie. Okay, we don't need to take the whole thing to be successful. Okay, so you know, you have all this mess out here. Once we broke out, we felt that we now have identified what direction the market is now moving, and we can start building a case, okay? And I even said, we have all these support down here, okay? It kind of seems like the market wants to go up. And I said, well, we have stair stepping now, 1, 2, 3, and we printed a 4. And I even said I haven't seen. We have a lot of 1s and 2s, some 3s, no 4s, and then there was a 4, and then we got a breakout, right? And then 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. Okay, so you know that you're in an extended trend when you start seeing the stair stepping coming into place. That's the whole purpose of Renko Kings putting in that auto numbering for you to help you identify when you're in those trends. Okay? We don't want to be trading in these sideways markets with all these 1s and 2s back here. It's very messy. Okay? So what happened? We got our breakout. Unfortunately, we missed it by just a few ticks. On a normal day, a normal breakout, I have a feeling we would have gotten probably a yellow or a blue signal right here, and this would have been our entry. It would have been a one and done. This would have been a full boat trade. Look at this long run here, but because this was only 7 ticks, we didn't get our signal here. Okay, fine, that's trading. All right. We got a signal up here, and what did I say? I didn't like that this was so long. Okay, this is a very long run after the breakout not to get a pullback. So I did a modified entry to mitigate my risk. I'm glad I did, because what happened? I got stopped out. Okay? So the modified entry is something new that I've been sharing with you guys. I provided you a whole video on the modified entry, and look what it did for me. Okay? It cut my risk in half. This would have been, what, 78 ticks normally? Something about there. All right? So what do you do now after you get stopped out? Do you just go ahead and jump in? No, don't just go ahead and jump in, because how do you know that this isn't going to come down lower and come up and come down lower and come up and come down lower? That might have been the run for all we know. It could have been done. So I'm waiting for confirmation to build off of more support. Okay? We didn't get a signal here. If we had gotten a signal here, I would have jumped in here. All right. And what happened? I think I have to remove. Yeah, if I remove that, it'll show me the signals again. I think I missed this entry here, right? I was too slow, and I tried to put a limit order after I missed it, and it just took off on me. So then I accidentally took a trade assuming that I was going to get a signal here. We did not get the signal here. We did get a signal here. Luckily, this is an error, okay? And I'm going to
NQ trade alert.
I'm going to log that in my spreadsheet as an error, okay? Because the entry was actually over here, okay? And it was the way I was trailing it down. And
NQ trade alert.
I even said, geez, I hope I get a signal here, because the way I'm trailing this down, it was moving so quickly. I didn't have time to cancel the order.
NQ by signal 2.
If I didn't get the signal. So we got our first, we got our second, we got our third, 178 ticks right there. We took away the minus 39 tick stop out. 139 ticks times $5 a tick left us $695. Okay, maybe about $30 worth of commission, something like that, maybe. In case you're wondering, nice trade for the day. So I hope that explanation helps. If you guys have any questions, please just go ahead and send me an email. Okay, we'll see you soon.